What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new WWE Champions video, and lo and behold, look what we have here. Now, at the very beginning of November 2020's Thanks and Tanks MLC, there was a very solid list of characters that could have possibly made their official in-game, in-ring debut within this ongoing month-long contest. And a couple of them have already been checked off the list. We got Road Dogg as the MLC free-to-play unit. We got a brand new Trish Stratus as the Chase champion. And this past Showdown Tournament weekend, we saw the debut of Attitude Era striker China DX Army. And this weekend, for Faction Feud festivities, we have a brand new DX Army acrobat, Shawn Michaels, on the way. We will talk a little bit more about him very, very shortly. Bear with me. However, there were a couple other names that were brought up when it came to the conversation of who else would make their debut. Now, as you can tell, Thanks and Tanks, it's a little mixed bag here, you know. Veterans Day, paying tribute to the troops. And then you also got turkey season, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, right? So we already figured out the theme that was going on here, especially when you look at the Faction Feud title. It's DX Army versus NWO. So there were a couple other names that popped up when it came to who could be making their debut. Well, there was a leak within the game, whether it was on purpose or not. Who knows? We can all go back to when I did that video about Johnny Gargano's Johnny Wrestling ad that was prematurely released before he was even mentioned or even had any gameplay coming out. And this is exactly what happened here. Shame on you, Scopely. Shame on you, champions. And no, we're not going to get any compensation for their mistake. However, somebody was smart and they got the screenshot. And these screenshots have been making their rounds within the community. And there are a couple of characters that have yet to be properly introduced in the game, but we at least know what their models look like. And one of them being this lovely lady right here. Now, we just got a trickster variant of Lacey Evans, Southern Belle, okay, modern era trickster. But now we have a modern era showboat version of Lacey Evans, Sergeant Evans. For those of you who aren't aware, Lacey Evans is actually a former member of the United States military. It's actually true. She was in the military. So this does make sense as to her getting a new version tying in within this MLC. And the model looks cool. But whoever captured the screenshot here, they took a snapshot of her, and they also had another screenshot of another champion that could possibly make their debut within this MLC if you look at the bottom right corner. And it's none other than New Gen Trickster, the Gooker Feathered Fellow. Now, this is an interesting one. This is a true hint of nostalgia because for months, they were building up this whole thing of, oh, there's this giant egg, what's going to come out of it? And if you are a member of the WWE Network and you watched the Undertaker's special, he was talking about this situation. And even in his podcast with Stone Cold, I believe, he talked about it best, where he was afraid that he was coming in from WCW into the WWF, the debut as the Eggman, as the Gooker. It ended up actually being a member of the Guerrero family who ended up making the debut here. Now, here's the thing. It makes sense because, again, Thanks and Tanks, Thanksgiving, Veterans Day, it all makes sense for him to make his debut here. But I am hesitant here because, look, I have a very strong feeling there's a possibility that the Gooker, as crazy as he looks, may end up being one of the most broken champions in the game. Just because of how he looks. I get that feeling that Scopely would do it. They would make a champion who no one would care about end up being one of the most OP units in the game, but we will soon see how things unfold. But finally, there was another champion that was mentioned in the rumor mill. I do not recall coming across the Gooker, but I do remember people talking about, hey, yo, Road Dogg, Trish Stratus, Chyna, Shawn Michaels, Lacey Evans, and Randy Orton. Modern era striker, the Apex Predator. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get upset here, and I can't blame you, okay? It gets a little out of hand here. I can't deny that. But no lie, a lot of people are like, oh no, another Orton, what are they doing? Chill. And this is why. Orton, if they play their cards right, okay? If they don't play themselves, this will make sense for Orton to have three variants, okay? Let's just be real. You have ruthless aggression technician Randy Orton, the Legend Killer. You have, I believe, PG era Randy Orton, Showboat, the Viper. And now we're getting Randy Orton, modern era striker, the Apex Predator. All three epithets are true to Randy Orton. So in my mind, this should be the best version of him. Tech Orton had his shine. Even Viper Orton, Showboat Orton had his shine in the 3-star meta. Tech Orton shined and dominated with the 4-star meta until we started getting, Root of All Evil, Kofi Mania, Mr. Socko. He was running things for a little bit, especially with the faction feud boost, okay? So the best version of Orton in my mind, although I would have liked to see him be a modern era trickster, him being a striker makes a lot of sense. His moveset isn't the fanciest. He does hit hard. I can easily see them incorporating that punt kick as a finisher because he did bring it back. I can see the RKO destroying the board. There's a lot of potential here. So 3 versions of Orton is better than multiple versions of Triple H. Pick your battles. But honestly, the Legend Killer to the Viper to the Apex Predator, it makes logical sense for Orton to have a 3rd version in the game. And I'm actually very excited to see what happens. Now, I am going to also mention this. These characters were meant to be launched, I guess, within this MLC. But since this leak happened, I don't know what's going to happen now. Now, Gooker, yeah, I can see them still introducing him here. But as far as Lacey Evans and Randy Orton, they could still release them in November. They could still release them within this month-long contest, or they might hold off and launch them in December 2020's MLC. But I'm going on for too long. But back to business. Shawn Michaels, DX Army is coming. We're going to get an opportunity to do another trial just like Aleister Black. This time around, not only are we going to get some solid rewards, you put in your coins into them, you get those coins, rebated to you. Obviously, they're going to send out the shards so you can max out his moves, okay? And you're going to get an opportunity to get 250 guaranteed shards of him from doing the tours. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I'm absolutely hyped for this. And hopefully we don't have no mishaps like last time where people were still able, because they didn't use all the doop-de-doop TP, they were basically able to keep the trial Aleister back in the day, and they were able to use him in content. Hopefully we don't see that happen here. Hopefully things run a little bit smoother. People, be smart. You put your coins into him. Do not use your color TP and expect to get some type of reimbursement. They are going to send you the dupe TP for him so you can go ahead and max out his moves, get his levels up. Take him up to as high as it says for the milestone. Don't go over. Just get to it. I know this is when the slider leveling up option would help everybody out. But nonetheless, we're getting another trial. Clear content. Clear as much content as you possibly can and have fun. Enjoy this character. This is definitely dope. You're getting another chance. This is definitely beast mode dope. You're getting a chance to be a Scopely content creator for a day or two. Get to test him out. If he's that good, maybe you'll pull for him. Maybe you'll unlock him. But you already going to be off to a good start because you're going to get 250 shards of him guaranteed by doing his tours. So this is going to be a little experiment. I hope they continue to do this each month. This is going to be, if this is a way that we end up getting coins, then so be it, okay? The prize wall is dope. This is going to be a solid look too. Just make sure that when you're done with him, unequip your coaches and your trainers, take your straps off of him, but have fun and enjoy the experience nonetheless. But this is going to be interesting though. And I'm excited to see this brand new Orton. I really am. Out of the 3 units, I'm excited to see Randy Orton. I'm hesitant on Gooker because Gooker makes me feel like they would do that. They would make the most ludicrous unit the most OP unit and coerce people to drop mad boatloads of disposable income to have him just so they can't. Me personally, if they end up launching these characters all within this MLC, right? I honestly feel just because of how the Gooker is, I feel like he should easily just be be a gift freebie for everybody. That's just me because he isn't somebody. I don't see the Gooker being someone that's going to bring in sales for champions unless, of course, like I said, they make him a OP busted unit. I feel he should be a freebie. I think he should be a gift because that whole shtick of months and months of build up for him to show up, poor Guerrero couldn't even fight in it, fight in the outfit and stuff. Like, it was just horrible. So I'm just hoping maybe he's got an OP coach or training ability. Hey, maybe he's the first manager option. I don't know, but I'm very hesitant and I'm treading lightly with this one. And Lacey makes perfect sense, man. She served in the military. This was supposed to be short, sweet, and brief, but I'm getting caught up because these are some cool designs, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. And shout out to the people who released this within the community. And I mean, the character designs look on point. There's no getting around it. These are definitely some solid character designs. I look forward to seeing the card art for these. I look forward to seeing their training and coaching abilities, their links. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Short, sweet, and brief. I tried. I failed. But always know this. Bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love always to each and every single one of you and my beloved #champions fam. But I also want to state this too. There's the brand new update. It has been launched via, your Apple Store, your Google Play. The brand new update is out for the faction update. I did it myself, and I'm going to let y'all know. Right now, it isn't in the best of shape. So listen, I'm going to make this crystal clear. It might not be on everyone's device. Some people, you might have it where you got the option to not install yet. I would say hold off on the update until it forces you to. Because right now, a lot of players who have gotten the update, it's not looking too good at all. People are loading up matches, no gems on the board, a blank board, costing people health packs and faction tokens for heals. Even with the showdown tournament, we need a hardcore reset because there's still people out there with defenses that need to be properly reset because they're glitched out from hackers using them, and it makes it near impossible for you to win the matches. You're getting killed off, causing problems within the game that aren't good. They shouldn't have launched this update if they didn't have all of the bugs sorted out. But I'm letting y'all know right here and now, they are going to fix it. But if you can hold off on the update and you're not forced to do it, I'll literally hold off on that update until you are basically like, you log into the game. It's like, hey, new update out, download now, install it now. And other than that, just keep on enjoying it because the board's being gone. It's costing people a lot of health packs, and it's not good. It's not even just on the free-to-play side of just going into the game and starting a match. Even tours like the King of Kings tour, like that has had the issues with it too, with the board not showing up. So there's a lot of problems within Champions right now. Hopefully they're resolved before Faction Feud weekend, because that's the last thing we need is some BS during Faction Feud. So we'll see how everything turns out. But y'all let me know Which model do y'all like the most? From Lacey Evans, Sergeant Evans, to Feathered Fellow Gooker, to the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. I'm really hyped to see how Randy goes, because Randy might be one of the most boring wrestlers to watch, but his psychological games and everything adds another layer to his matches that takes it to another level. He isn't this Ricochet going around, jumping around the ring. He's methodical. He's methodical, slow pace. And y'all should expect that too. He was a part of Evolution, man. He learned from Triple H, and y'all know how Triple H matches can go. Hopefully he doesn't have end up with 7+ variations of himself within the game. 3 is more than enough. Legend killer from his beginning, middle time period when he was in his prime as the Viper, and now the heel of all heels right now in WWE, the Apex Predator. Makes sense for me. 5-star bronze trial coming for DX Army HBK. So be on the lookout for that and let me know your thoughts about that and what you aim to do. And that's the video, y'all. Sorry for holding y'all for as long as I did, but it's all from the heart. And again, thank you all. Mad love to each and every single one of you. Veterans Day, salute to all the troops and all the soldiers who stood up and did what they did. The fight for those, the fight for the voiceless, to be there to represent their countries and put their lives on the line for people's freedom. So salute to all the troops for sure. This is definitely going to be an interesting MLC. Will we see Orton? Will we see Evans? Will we see Gooker throughout the remainder of this MLC? Or are they going to hold off? Or are they going to renege and, launch them later on? Only time will tell. But mad love to each and every single one of you. Leave a like. If you really rock with your boy, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell for future notifications from the channel. But until next time, stay tuned. Peace.